Imagine waking up to the headline, "The sun has exploded." Sounds like a sci-fi blockbuster, right? But what if it actually happened? The sun, our life-giving star, fuels ecosystems, shapes weather, and lights our world. What if, instead of its steady glow, it erupted in a colossal explosion? Let's explore this mind-blowing scenario, unravel the mysteries of star deaths, and uncover why the sun's future is both awe-inspiring and spine-chilling. What is a supernova? A supernova is one of the most extraordinary and powerful events in the universe. Essentially, it is the spectacular explosion of a star at the end of its life cycle. These explosions are so intense that for a short period, they can outshine entire galaxies. The energy released during a supernova is so immense that it generates new elements and scatters them into space, seeding future stars and planets with the building blocks of life. Supernovas are rare and occur only in specific types of stars that are much larger than our sun. These massive stars collapse under their own gravity, leading to a chain reaction that ends in an explosive outburst. Supernovas are responsible for the creation of heavy elements like gold, uranium, and iron, which are vital to planetary formation and the evolution of life. Without them, the universe would lack many of the elements that make up the Earth and us. Scientists study supernovas not only to understand stellar deaths, but also to learn about the origins of the universe. Despite their brilliance, they're also reminders of the immense destructive power of nature. Fortunately, not all stars go out this way, and our sun is one of them. But what if it did? The sun, a star among stars. The sun, though ordinary by cosmic standards, is extraordinary to us. It's the engine of life on Earth, providing energy that drives photosynthesis in plants, powers weather systems, and sustains the delicate balance of ecosystems. Technically, the sun is classified as a G-type main sequence star, often referred to as a yellow dwarf. It's about 4.6 billion years old, with roughly 5 billion years of fuel left in its core. Compared to other stars, the sun is modest in size. Giants like Betelgeuse and Rigel dwarf the sun in both mass and brightness. Yet it's the sun's stability and proximity that make it unique. This stability has allowed life to thrive on Earth for billions of years. However, like all stars, the sun won't last forever. Understanding its life cycle gives us a glimpse into the future of our solar system and helps us appreciate the sun's role in our existence. But what if its fate were more dramatic? What if it exploded like a massive star? What if our sun exploded? If the unimaginable happened and the sun exploded in a fiery supernova, the results would be catastrophic beyond comprehension. The sun's explosion would obliterate the solar system and mark the end of life as we know it. The event would unfold in several devastating stages, each more terrifying than the last. First, the side of Earth facing the sun would be instantly vaporized by the blast's immense energy. Temperatures would soar to levels 15 times hotter than the sun's current surface, reducing everything to ash and gas within seconds. The side of the planet shielded from the explosion would only delay its inevitable destruction. The explosion would release so much energy that it would tear the planet apart, scattering debris across the cosmos. The sun's gravitational pull, which holds the planets in orbit, would disappear, throwing the remaining celestial bodies into chaotic trajectories. Jupiter, Saturn, and other outer planets might be flung out into interstellar space, becoming rogue planets adrift in the galaxy. The blast would also unleash a wave of deadly radiation that would sterilize anything left behind. Thankfully, there's a silver lining. The sun is far too small to ever become a supernova. The sun won't explode as a supernova. Take a sigh of relief, our sun is not destined for a supernova. Supernovas only occur in stars that are significantly larger than the sun, often those with at least 8 times its mass. These massive stars generate enough pressure and heat in their cores to fuse heavier elements like iron. Once they run out of fuel, their cores collapse under immense gravity, leading to the explosive event we call the supernova. The sun, on the other hand, is a middleweight star. It lacks the mass needed for such a dramatic final. Instead, its life will end in a more gradual and less destructive process, which, while still fascinating, doesn't involve a colossal explosion. Understanding this difference helps us better grasp the diversity of stars and the unique nature of our sun's life cycle. However, this doesn't mean the sun's death will be a peaceful event. Its end will bring significant changes, not just for Earth, but for the entire solar system. The true fate of the sun. The sun's demise will not involve an explosive supernova, but rather a gradual transformation into a red giant, and eventually a white dwarf. This process, though less dramatic than a supernova, will still have catastrophic consequences for the inner planets, including Earth. As the sun exhausts its hydrogen fuel, it will begin fusing helium in its core. This will cause it to expand dramatically, turning into a red giant. During this phase, the sun will swell so much that it will engulf Mercury, Venus, and Earth. The intense heat and radiation will vaporize our planet's surface, obliterating any traces of life. Mars, though farther away, will become an uninhabitable desert, its atmosphere stripped away by the sun's intense radiation. Once the sun reaches its peak size as a red giant, it will start shedding its outer layers into space. These layers will form a stunning planetary nebula, a glowing cloud of gas and dust that will eventually disperse into the cosmos. What remains of the sun will be its dense core, a white dwarf. This white dwarf, about the size of Earth but incredibly dense, will continue to cool and fade over billions of years, becoming a dark, cold remnant of its former self. What happens to the solar system? The sun's transformation into a red giant and eventual collapse into a white dwarf will have profound effects on the solar system. The destruction of the inner planets, including Earth, will leave only Mars and the outer planets orbiting the sun's remains. These planets, however, will be drastically altered by the sun's changes. Mars will become a barren, lifeless desert, while the outer planets, such as Jupiter and Saturn, will continue to orbit the white dwarf. Without the sun's warmth and light, the solar system will become a cold, dark, and desolate place. The once thriving ecosystem of planets and moons will be reduced to a collection of frozen, lifeless worlds. The debris from the sun's outer layers will contribute to the formation of new stars and planets in the distant future, continuing the cycle of cosmic creation and destruction. This process is a reminder of the interconnectedness of the universe and the role that stellar deaths play in shaping its evolution. The timeline of the sun's death. The good news is that the sun's death is not an imminent concern. Astronomers estimate that the sun has about 5 billion years of hydrogen fuel left before it begins its transformation into a red giant. This process will take several 100 million years, giving humanity plenty of time to prepare or evolve. Once the sun becomes a red giant, its lifespan as such will be relatively short in cosmic terms, lasting only a few million years. After shedding its outer layers, the sun will spend billions of years cooling as a white dwarf, gradually fading into darkness. The entire process, from red giant to white dwarf, will span trillions of years, making it one of the longest phases in the sun's life cycle. While this timeline may seem vast, it's a reminder of the finite nature of stars and the importance of understanding their life cycles. It also underscores the need for humanity to explore other star systems and find new homes beyond Earth. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this cosmic ride, smash that like button. Subscribe for more mind-blowing content and share it with your fellow stargazers. Let's keep exploring the wonders of the universe together. See you in the next adventure.